July had a lot going on. We had the Steam Summer Sale, thousands of games discounted, some as steep as 90% off. Palworld hit 1.0 and pulled in over 100,000 players at once. And somewhere in the middle of all that, we have games that quietly launched that you probably missed. This is PinkPawsAndPixels, and today we're doing a recap of things that happened in the gaming space this past month. Before we dive into the games, let's talk about what else went down. The summer sale ran through the first part of the month, thousands of titles discounted, some as steep as 90% off. Over in Taiwan, the Taipei Game Developers Forum hit its 15th year, and the timing could have not been better because Palworld just left early access days before the forum even opened. So its own developers were on stage talking about the server infrastructure holding up all that traffic. Manila hosted the Philippine Game Dev Expo, spotlighting local indie developers directly to press and publishers. And as of right now, ChinaJoy is live in Shanghai, one of the biggest gaming expos in the world, with nearly thousands of playable games on the floor. Now on to the games. This video has 3 highlights. Games that got released this month that you probably missed, games that I got a chance to play but haven't posted, and games that I was actually able to play and share on this channel. So without further ado, these are the games that got released this July. Starting with a perfect lineup, we have Cat Mail Co., Cat Isle, Patio Simulator, Cat Chess. For Farm and Life, we've got Moonlight Peaks, My Heaven's Dale, Suncraft, Cozy Grove Camp Spirit, Village in the Shade. Quick note, Village in the Shade does not have an English version yet, but it's coming out soon. And management games like Leafy Corner, AO Airlines, Roomcraft, Go-Go Town, and Bookshop Simulator. And cute cooking games like Kenny and the Cosmic Cauldron, Wabi Sabi Sushi Derby, and High Times. If you're up to the challenge, try Moth Cave, Forensic Crime Scene Detective, Lost in Tandem, or Dodo Ducky. We've also got games that tell a beautiful story, Moss of Forgotten Relics, Scarlet Deer, and Antitopia. And if you're up for a fight, try Saphira, Master Healer Kale, Signy and Mino, Spirit Veil, or Pacifier. July was incredibly busy for me, but here are some awesome games I was able to try but I didn't get to share. Starting off with my personal favorite, The Witch's Bakery. I have been following this one for a while and I finally got to complete the demo about 2-3 hours in. Right at the end, I realized my mic wasn't actually recording inside the app. It's just not capturing any of my commentary, so I can still post the gameplay. You just won't get to hear any of my thoughts along the way. I've also been doing a lot of playtests lately. Usually I don't share those unless the devs gives a go-ahead on their page or Discord. One I can talk about is a little scary game I got to play recently. I was able to connect with the dev afterward and they've been amazing. The game itself is genuinely creepy. I really recommend keeping an eye on it. I can't share the gameplay footage until it's officially out, but I can show you some of the images the developer has already shared publicly. Once it releases, I'll definitely be sharing more. And last but not the least, a game I've been playing with friends called Icarus. It's been out for years, but we only picked it up recently after I got it as a gift. And it's been eating up most of my free time. Hunting, leveling up, building out a base, taking care of the land, this genre is exactly my thing. I'd love to share more of it eventually, building up a base in a forest, starting from nothing on a green hill. This survival game takes hours to really show properly. I play like I'm Monica Geller meets Robinson Crusoe, so I'm not sure how much footage makes sense for this format, but I at least wanted to mention it here. Let's get into games I actually got to play and share on the channel. First up, Kajora, a hand-drawn puzzle adventure that was recommended to me. Kajora and her friends are stuck reliving the same day, and the game slowly reveals that not everything about their peaceful village is what it seems. What starts as a cozy slice of life village life turns genuinely tense by the end of the demo, and the hand-drawn animation are really well made. I got lost in some of the character dynamics, but I'm already invested in this game. Next is Cat Mail Co., where you step in as a new postman on a cat aisle after the old one retires. The whole demo is about finding your rhythm, sorting parcels by weight, color-coded stamps, figuring out what goes to Port Windy versus what stays on the island, and eventually handling fragile and heavy parcels once the scanner unlocks. It's a kind of job sim that rewards building your own little system, and once mine clicked into place, it was genuinely satisfying. I already bought this game, no hype needed. I just really like this genre. Last but not the least, Stay, Your Forever Pet, which just entered early access on Steam. I spent my time caring for Ember, feeding her, cooking meals she actually wants, and heading out to expeditions into corrupted areas into the Otherlands. The expedition sections lean on a timing-based minigame that took me some trial and error to figure out. There's still some early access rough edges. I even ran into spots where I got stuck, But my biggest piece of feedback was about pacing the emotional beats. The game introduces Ember right away without giving us players a real first meeting moment. It sort of reminded me how Baldur's Gate 3 handles meeting Scratch. That instant of this creature matters to me feeling. Now, even with that kind of review, I still bought the full game, not just a demo. I'm planning to keep following it through early access. Maybe even try the desktop companion too. Thank you so much for sticking around this long. I really appreciate it. Before we wrap up, one more thing. Did you know that August 1st is Doggust 1st, the universal birthday for shelter dogs who don't have an official birth record? If you have a rescue, happy birthday to them. And if you've been thinking about adopting, donating, or just showing some love to animals who haven't found their forever home yet, this is your sign. Check your local shelters, or if you're already following some online, send them some love today. Now here are a few snippets of games that are coming out soon that caught my eye. If you want to see more, I've got a 20 games in 3 minutes video link right here, so check that out if you're looking to add more to your wish list. That's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if you're with your pets, give them a cozy little pat and say hello to them for me. This is PinkPawsAndPixels, and I'll see you on the next one.